Oh,
Prepare to be mesmerized as we dive into an epic adventure across China's Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge in the rugged southwest area of Guizhou province. China boasts 9 of the world's 10 highest bridges, with Guizhou's mountains hosting most of them. The Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge reigns supreme. Towering 625 meters above the river, it soars 182 meters beyond the Empire State Building's peak and nearly doubles the height of the Eiffel Tower. Stretching 2,890 meters, it's not just the tallest, but it's also the longest suspension bridge over mountainous terrain, an engineering marvel still closed to the public. Yet, we've secured rare early access to drive, walk, and explore this masterpiece, uncovering its secrets firsthand. We'll travel above, below, and even through this technological wonder. We'll also immerse ourselves in the local culture, discovering what this bridge means to the local people and what local specialties are now within reach to outsiders thanks to its span. Our quest kicks off in Chongqing, where we'll board a high-speed train to Guiyang City, retrieve my bike sent down by freight, and tackle 250 kilometers of road to conquer this iconic bridge. Join us now. Our unforgettable journey is about to begin. Our journey begins in Chongqing. We're taking the high-speed rail from Chongqing West Station down to Guiyang. Guiyang is the capital city of Guizhou province and is situated northeast of our destination, the Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge. If all goes well, we're hoping to rendezvous with my motorbike, which was shipped down the day before. Unlike in Chongqing, motorbikes are permitted to travel on the highway system in Guizhou, and it's a perfect way to enjoy the beautiful landscapes Guizhou is so famous for. As we depart a rainy Chongqing, I'm hoping for more cooperative weather in Guizhou, and most important, I'm hoping my bike made it in one piece.
all right, here it is. I have found it. And it looks like it's in good condition. It's in the same condition I got it in, a little bit more dusty. But I guess that'll happen on the back of a truck. It looks like we are ready to go. All right, so we have spent about 2 hours on the road, on the highway, went through some rain, went through some pretty beautiful roads, and we've arrived at the spot where we're supposed to be able to get onto the highway and across the bridge. But apparently it is blocked tonight. And now we have to get to the other side of the bridge without going over the bridge. So, which is the original plan. So it's kind of interesting in the sense that we're gonna get to feel what it's like to be 2 minutes away from the other side, but not be able to go over a bridge. We have to pretend that it doesn't exist right now. And it's gonna take us roughly an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours to get to that destination. So on one hand, it's a bit unfortunate that we don't get to drive across it tonight and that we have to drive for nearly 2 more hours. But on the other hand, we get to really experience the difference that this bridge is gonna make. So from here, we're just gonna continue on, and I think we're gonna get a chance to go and see the bridge and walk on the bridge tomorrow. So without further ado, I think I'm just gonna get on my bike and start heading to our destination. So I've made it to the hotel, or motel rather, that I'm going to be staying at tonight. Took another couple of hours driving. It was a really remarkable experience because we were just on the other side of the bridge. And when that bridge opens, it will only take 2 minutes basically to get across to where we are now. But I had to experience the full journey of nearly 2 hours and what that journey is like before this bridge opens. So I think it was a valuable experience, even though I was really looking forward to crossing the bridge, which I can see here, just the silhouette of it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but as I was driving down here, I could see it with the moon behind it, and just barely make it out. And just because I could see the shadow of this beast, it just had this really epic feel. I can't wait to see what it looks like in the morning. It was a beautiful ride out here too. I had to come, I think the elevation difference was huge. I had to come down and then back up and down again. And as I was traversing through these different altitudes, you could feel the temperature changing significantly. Where higher up, cold, crisp air, lower down, a little bit more muggy, a little bit more warm. And as you're going down these mountain roads, you can see down the valley, because you can make out silhouettes of homes and little dots of lights throughout the mountainside. And so you almost have to use your imagination to fill in the rest, which made it even more beautiful in some ways. But I'm looking forward to seeing the surrounding area in the morning. It feels great to finally be here. A lot of riding today, really tired. I'm gonna go in here and check this place out and see if I can find my room and have a much needed rest. All right, guys, good morning. It is day 2. I just woke up. I haven't gotten ready or anything, but I want to catch my first glimpse of the bridge. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you can get the feel for what I can see here, but this just looks impossible. I mean, I'm not an engineer. I would imagine this is amazing even for engineers. You know, I believe it's just around nearly 2.9 kilometers long. But what I think is more impressive for me is that between the two towers, it is over 1.4 kilometers long. And so if you imagine, and you look at that without any supports in the middle, 1.4 kilometers of bridge needs to be supported by basically this tower and then the anchors on each side. You know, there's one comparison I continually hear, about this bridge, which is that it is nearly 2 Eiffel Towers tall, from the base to the base of the canyon to the deck of the bridge. And for me, that was never a really good comparison, because I think I've underappreciated how tall the Eiffel Tower is. And perhaps it's because I used to live in a place in Shenzhen, just across from Hong Kong, where there's a replica Eiffel Tower. So that was always my reference for the Eiffel Tower, was this replica, which wasn't that big. It was big, but not, this kind of scale that we're talking about. What's perhaps a more impressive comparison for me, as I've been up the Empire State Building many times, is that it's quite a few hundred meters higher than the Empire State Building, from the base of the canyon up to that. That's a more accurate representation for me. And then perhaps even greater than that is that from the top of the tower to the base of the canyon, even though the top isn't obviously positioned right over the deepest part of the canyon, would be higher than the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. I think that's quite an impressive comparison also. So first things first, I'm going to have some breakfast, transfer the files from my first day over to my computer here, and try to see if we can get up there. See you guys in a sec. All right, let's go. Well, that was something. I used to have all off-road tires on this, and I just changed it to pure road. It seems like that didn't work out very well for me. Okay, let's try to take this a little bit slower. All right, I'm gonna have to be really careful here because I've already tipped it once. I think I burnt the side of my leg too. I think it went right up against my exhaust. Oh yeah, I got a little bit of a burn here. Okay, I better pay attention to the road first. All right, I just got a call from the rest of the team who are on a bus. They wanted to make sure I went down this road because they took one look at it and they said, ooh, it's pretty bad. Ooh, more uneven, bumpy roads here. But I can see the beginning of the bridge and where its cable stays are anchored to the ground. I'd love to go and take a closer look at those anchors too, when you consider the amount of weight that it is holding. This says I got to go down. Oh no. I was hoping for the more smooth road up on the top, but let's continue down here. My God. This is a bit more than what I bargained for. One of the cameramen wanted to join me on the motorcycle to get out to the bridge sooner so he can do some drone footage. I'm glad I didn't take him. This would have been way harder with an extra person on the back and potentially way more dangerous if I took a dip there with someone on the back. Oh, look at that. We can see the anchors now. Even they look epic. I guess they would have to be to hold a bridge of this size. We're going to get to drive right past those anchors. That's going to be brilliant. Wow, we are right beside the pillars now. And suddenly I feel very small. Wow. These must go really far into the ground as well. All right, we have a regular road again. We must still have to wrap around a bit because I'm seeing the bridge on our right here, but we're driving away from it at the moment. You know, when you look at these cables from here, they don't look as thick as you would think they would need to be to hold a structure like this in place. I'm guessing these are service vehicles that are coming on and off. It is a pickup truck. Only one lane for both entering and exiting. Looks to be open at the moment. I'm really curious what it's going to feel like on the bridge in terms of crosswinds and things like that. I mean, it is just way up there in the sky. Just got the clearance to enter the bridge. And here we go. We are actually on the oncoming traffic direction. The other side is not accessible as of yet. And here it is, the Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge. Highest bridge in the world. All right. Here we go. We are on the bridge. The highest bridge in the world, 625 meters above the canyon base, substantially taller than the Empire State Building, and the distance from the top of the tower to the bottom of the canyon higher than the Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world. We have made it. I'm not feeling much of a crosswind right now. Far less than I thought it would be. But this is absolutely epic. I can see over the side of the bridge. And it is indeed high. I think I am going to do a little bit of a turn here because I want to see off the side. Oh yeah, I see the river down there. That is freakishly high. All right, let's wander around a bit and explore. Okay guys, I am here on the bridge platform and I'm going to get a chance to speak to one of the engineers here who has been working on this for the entire 3 years of basically the entire project. And I have a friend from Guizhou TV, Dan, who is going to introduce me to him. Hello
everyone，Hello。
你有朋友可以给我介绍对吧？
对，今天的这趟旅程当中，我有3个好朋友给你介绍。那我们首先想要说的是第一个好朋友，他和他的小伙伴呢有一个外号叫做高空艺术家，而且他非常年轻，只有27岁。他们这个团队呢，平均年龄啊也在30岁左右，但是他们却见证着这座大桥从无到有的变化。他叫田宏瑞，一个非常可爱的小胖子。我们有请我的朋友好不好？
啊，你好，我是 Daniel。
你好，宏瑞。
所以这个整个三年的时间，你一直在这里是吧？
对，没错。
哦，
从咱们22年开始以后到现在啊，3年多了。
然后你本来是这边的本地人吗？还是？
对，我是贵州本地的。
贵州本地的。
对。
哦，那你能不能简单给我们介绍一下这个桥、这个长度还有这些东西？
没问题。现在咱们可以看到现在我们走在这个是咱们的花江峡谷大桥第一高桥的桥面上面。那么我们现在能够抬头看到的这2根竹缆，就是里面有咱们的智慧的所在，就是里面有3根智慧缆索，分别是测印它的湿度、温度以及它的一些受力变化。这么相当于就是我们给这个大桥竹缆做一个体检，有实时监控的一个作用。还有就是咱们这个桥面下面的话，有那个咱们的旅游项目，也就是有无绳蹦极和高空蹦极，相当于高空蹦极高度达到625米。
625米那个蹦极，
没错。
到时候它开了以后，你会不会玩？
邀请丹尼尔去玩。
我也不会，
非常欢迎你。
我也不会，我派别人玩。那个什么时候准备？什么时候开？
咱们就是我们大桥是在9月底就要进行开通了，然后我们会同步进行陆续的开通当中。
哦，那很快，
对，
很快。
因为也就是说最近这20多天之后，咱们就可以，咱们的游客可以来进行游玩了。
哇，那现在还有什么工作还要做？
现在咱们就是做一些就是还有我们空中餐厅的一些装修，还有包括咱们主塔上面有一个观景水吧，它的一些玻璃幕墙。也就是可以后面的游客可以乘坐咱们的观光电梯，
在上面那里。
对。
哇，
咱们的800米高空的位置
，800米，
从水面到我们塔顶是800多米。
哇，那个
2个埃菲尔铁塔的高度。
对，那个好像是比那个 Burj Khalifa 就是那个最高的一栋楼，对，
还要高。
对。那在上面可以喝上我们的咖啡，然后还有看看，比如说自己打游戏，看一下和朋友们一起聊聊天啊。对，
哇，很有意思。那这个是你第一个项目做的吗？还是之前你有没有修过别的那个桥？
之前我上一个项目是在咱们的那个天空之桥，也就是咱们现在能够看到平塘大桥，里面也是那个其实是我们修建的桥旅融合的2.0版本。现在是咱们的这个我们修建的现在这个世界第一高桥的话是咱们的3.0版本，也就相当于说。那边的游客可能在那边旅游完之后，想来体验咱们的3.0，来到我们世界第一高桥继续游玩。
那个高度是多少？你第一个？
我们最高的混凝土高度是328米。
哇，那这个比那个高很多了。
它是现在的世界混凝土桥最高。对。哦，
但这个是625米高的。
对。
那你刚过来这边的时候有没有怕？有没有看到说哇这个很高啊？
其实我在咱们这个大桥的那个猫道修建当中呢，其实。第一次踏上去的时候，其实心里面是在打颤的，也怕肯定是有，但是更多的是刺激，惊险一点，因为没想到咱们的工作还有这么惊险的一幕对，第一次体验到这么高的高度。
那你家人知道你现在在帮这边修世界最高的桥，是不是很开心？他们也觉得很有意思。
其实我爸妈之前并不知道我在修建这个世界第一高桥，是我来这儿是相当于是去年才知道的，因为随着咱们这个世界第一高桥的名声越来越，
去年才知道是最高的，
我家里面才知道我在修建的是世界第一高桥。
哇！
所以在今年的那个5月份的时候，不是5·1劳动节嘛，咱们的，然后就带家里人过来看一看，然后顺便也来看看我，觉得他们当时我爸妈看到之后，其实内心是更多的是担心嘛，因为我们有句国话叫儿行千里母担忧，其实家里面是比较担忧自己的孩子， 在外面工作比较危险，其实比较担心自己的。
是，但是现在他快结束了，已经做好了，已经成功了。他应该现在开始会跟很多他们的朋友说，这个就是我儿子修的。
对，没错，我家里面，因为我经常就是就会在电视上或者看到我们的修建的这个大桥，就觉得哇，这桥好厉害。然后我爸妈也会出去说，也会很自豪的说这是他儿子修的。
啊，这个太好了，太好了。
对。
那这个快开了，你现在很开心吗？快开了，还是现在有什么感觉？
在开心的当中呢，其实更多是来自这个快要开通的一种压力吧。因为我们在修建过程当中，第一个是我们要起到一个对工人的安全着想，还有包括我们在技术上面，然后质量安全这一块是做一个有力的一个保障。
所以还是有压力，还是有最后的工作。
对，
我估计就是开了以后，开始有车来了，那个时候可以放松，那个时候会很开心的。
对，没错。当第一辆车通车经过我们桥了之后，正式之后呢，那个时候我们才会缓一口气。
是。
对。
好，那谢谢你给我们介绍这个。
不客气，不客气。
谢谢。
欢迎带着你的家人和朋友来玩。
谢谢侯瑞，谢谢你。
I've come on the outer platform here, and this is where you really get a sense of the height. Hold on, let me put this wrist strap over with these kind of, I guess they're pretty strong, but I was going to call them rickety guardrails. I can feel it in my legs and my stomach right now as I'm walking across here. So what they've done here too is on the road, they have these things in the middle to block the wind basically and help control that a little bit. So you can imagine that sometimes it does get pretty intense up here. And right down there is where we're staying. There's like a little swimming pool over there. That's our Airbnb as they call it, but it's more of a Mingsu, more of a motel of sorts. They've got quite a few rooms. We finally made it. All right, so we're about to go down to the belly of this bridge, which is basically just underneath where we're standing right now. There's going to be a place where we can go and visit the under area here where there's going to be a coffee shop and a rest stop and things like that. So it should be pretty interesting. It's, of course, not going to be finished yet, but we'll go down and take a look at what that future area will look like. All right, well, apparently this is where we need to go down. That looks a little bit shoddy. Oh my God. All right. 安全吗？
非常安全。只要不是在这上面这种乱晃，不要乱晃就行。
Oh my God！
它全是焊接好的。
然后刚好是那个最高的地方
在桥面上
，625米的。
对，我们现在站的这个位置就是625米的高度。
哦，
是不是看起来感觉没多高？咱们的
我觉得高，感觉高。Have to climb down this in a second to see the coffee shop area. All right, are we going to do it? All right, he's showing us how to go down. He said that previously he dropped his phone down here before. He dropped out of his pocket his phone.
Oh my God.
Yeah. 哇，这个还会动. This was moving. That really looks scary.
I really wanted to go down. Daniel wants to.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't feel like going all the way over it like he did. I kind of want to fit through here. Because like I'm so much taller than him, like my body will go way above. 可以从这边过吗？ Okay.
可以穿，但是其实也
Okay.
不好穿。
It's not.
它可以试一下。
I guess it's too small for you.
Yeah. I just like because I feel like okay. Okay. Okay.
难度升级。
This is crazy. Okay. Okay.
Be careful.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Okay.
慢点，还有，最后这两节 ，OK， 小心头，别往下望啊 ，OK。都是有点爬。你们要下来吗？
All right, so I've made it down. What's interesting is I saw this little opening here, and I thought it was covered by glass. because there's a little bit of a fog there, but it is completely open. And our engineer friend was just standing right there without without any fear whatsoever. But you get a look at this. Like this is something else. Such a beautiful view. Let's go take a look inside. But you look at this bridge that goes across. It's just this, metal with those pieces of wood that are flexing as you walk on it, right over the opening that has a 625 meter drop down. Okay, let's duck under here. Ugh. Oh wow, this is way bigger than I thought it would be. This is huge. He said it's 1,400 square meters, so that I guess that's about 15,000 square feet, or somewhere around there. I don't know the exact conversion, but oh, this is pretty epic. You imagine sitting in here, having a coffee, overlooking the canyon. Maybe I should wait for those guys, so they probably know a little bit better where I can and can't go. Oh, look at that. It looks like that runs the entire length of the bridge also. So I would imagine all the way at the mouth, the entrance of the bridge on that side, you're going to be getting a place where you can come down here too. I just discovered another thing that they have here, which is going to be a cool feature. There's a railing here right above us, and you've got these connectors here which people will basically attach their harness to, and then you're going to run across and see who can get the best time. This little platform there, which will have no fencing whatsoever. So you're just going to be out in the open, obviously with a harness on, as you follow this trail all the way around. And it looks like it comes back out that side too. As you can see, there's a bunch of connectors there too. So it can support a lot of people at the same time. Wow, look at that.
现在下雨了，你看到没有？
Oh, 下雨了，对。
这边在下雨，那边是太阳，看到没有？两个景观。
That's incredible. On this side of the bridge, it's sunny and no rain whatsoever. And over here, there is heavy rain. You can even hear it. 经常会发现到这个吗？
对。
怎么回事？
因为地理环境，这边是属于安顺关岭线，
哦，
这边是属于黔西南针锋线。右手边，这个是高空蹦极的，625米的高空蹦极。
我就说为什么
I just stepped on something here that compressed quite a lot. That startled me.
还没弄好。地砖。
这个区域有多高？
这个就是高空蹦极625米的掉下去的地方。然后这个位置的话，就是咱们游客，这个位置是咱们游客可以进去拍照，就可以站在上面。但是这一块会限制人数，比如说10个人，因为 太多了，肯定它也会有它的一个极限。
It looks like the rain is starting to come over on this side too now. The weather pattern is moving this way. You still got a little bit of sunshine over there. It's probably not raining over on that spot yet. But it's pretty cool to see this weather pattern come in. But now I'm going to have to ride in the rain again, which I was hoping to avoid. This is remarkable to have this whole structure on the bottom of this bridge. All right, guys, we're wrapping up here. We just finished under the bridge where the coffee shop and rest area will be. And we're running a little bit short on time. We were hoping to see two other bridges, one that has somewhere around 50 years of history and the other that was built, I think it was about 1898 by the Qing Dynasty, after previous dynasties had continually tried to make some sort of a bridge over the river below and had continually failed because of the difficulty of the terrain here and because of the wind and all these kinds of elements. So the Qing Dynasty had created a 100-year-old bridge, but it takes about an hour of walking to get there. But it's interesting that that was basically the mode of transport from people going from villages on one side of the river to the other for quite a long time. It's in a little bit of disrepair now, but it used to support people, carts, livestock, and things like that going back and forth. So to think that, you know, you're going from something like that to this, it's just such a massive step into the future. I mean, can you imagine somebody who's living in this area who's like 60 or 70 years old, who lived during a time when that bridge below, that chain link bridge was so essential to getting back and forth, to now still being alive and seeing something like this built? I just can't imagine how you would process that, or how amazing that must be for somebody who has been living in this area their whole life and finally seeing this project come about. Anyways, I'm going to continue on. I'm going to get on my bike. It looks like the rain has let up a little bit. Hopefully it will stay that way, and we'll head down to our next destination. Let's go. All right, we are here at the place where one of the bridges from the 80s was built. Oh, I see it over there in the distance. There it is, right over there. Water looks great too. All right, well, here we go. We are on the bridge. I just learned that this actually isn't the one from the 80s. The one from the 80s was just over here, and they have disassembled it and replaced it with this one. And there is a little bit of bounce to the bridge as you're walking across it. I would imagine on windy days, it rocks quite a bit more, but it's still pretty stable, all things considered. And look at this view. Just absolutely beautiful. And then of course on the other side we have the Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge, which doesn't really replace this one, which is called the Huajiang Chain Link Bridge, I believe the direct translation is, because this one was never really for vehicles. You don't have a place for cars to come up. Even motorbikes wouldn't be able to go across this because you've got stairs on one side, but for villagers to go from one village to the other, local commerce, all this stuff, I guess this would still be important. There's a pretty direct route, but now if anybody wanted to take something large across, a vehicle across, or go into Guiyang City, they now have the option to go up to this bridge, to go across, and it is far more convenient than it was before. So they serve very different purposes. This is still pretty cool, and I would imagine will still be important to the local villagers, as I said. But what a beautiful view. And look at these mountains too. Couldn't have asked for a better day as well for taking some video of this place. Anyways, guys, let's head on to the next location and see what we've got next. All right, we're gonna actually take a look at what some of the local groups here make in terms of handmade items, because one of the benefits of having this bridge is not only that local people will get to go to the major cities, but other people can come here and experience the culture. So I wanted to see, what do we have greater access to now that this bridge is open? And so today, Dan is going to introduce me to her second friend who's going to take us through this product.
Hi Daniel， 对，我今天要给你介绍我的第二位朋友因为我们已经看到了一个科技的硬度了、高度了，对不对？所以其实这一座桥呢，它不仅仅是展望未来，它还守护着我们当地的一个老百姓的幸福的。所以我想给你介绍的这个朋友呢，就来自于我们当地的罗大姐。你好，姐姐。
嗨，你好，你好，你好，
罗大姐，来，你站中间吧，姐姐。
对你今天可以给我们看一下你怎么，比如说这个是这么漂亮，怎么做这个？你怎么操作的？
哦，这个就是这样子扎染的。
哦，你是用这个绑起来是吧？
这个是那个珠子可以。
其实我们要向丹尼尔介绍一下的是，这个呢是我们布依族的一门手艺，叫扎染。我们是12、13岁的小女孩就要在家里面跟着学了，对不对？
对，因为我们小的时候穿的衣服、裤子都是自己染的，还有那个围裙，都是自己染的，衣服自己做的，编布
是。相当于家家户户都要有这样的一个缸，
对，
家每户都有，
对，
所以每个布依族的女子都会，
对，
哦，都会了，
对，现在改装了，他们都有些都还染了，
You guys take a look at this. This is the actual dye that they're using here. If you want to come and take a look at this, this is so basically what it was explained as was it's a plant mixed with alcohol and mixed with a caustic acid to break everything down. And if you spin this, you can see it's actually a little bit yellowish green inside, and that's what it starts out as, but eventually it turns into this color. And the interesting thing and the relevance for this to the bridge also is that the colors of the bridge were inspired by this material, by this color that is made by the local Buyei ethnic group. And so now we're going to see how it's actually made.
而且它这个布你有没有发现很白？就它
这个是全棉的，
对，全棉的，
漂白的。
每一次他们做的时候，他们都不是说用那种化学物质的漂白粉，就它是用当地的露水、山泉水洗了后，然后拿到太阳下去晒，
对
一直晒直到它那么白为止，才能够达到拿来染布的一个标准。
哦，那一般这个要晒多久了才会那个这么白？
晒过把1个月左右。
你觉得这个大桥开了以后，会不会这边的生意应该会好很多了吧？
肯定，今年好多外地人都来我们这里。
哦，已经开始来了。
啊
这个大桥还没开，已经有人来啊。
来多了。
哦，之前有地方卖出去这个吗？还是？
之前没有，之前都染自己穿的。
哦，但是现在有这个机会，就这样子掉进去，然后那个把它压下去了。还是绿色的。
对。
它那个颜色，但是就是拿出来以后，它慢慢会变成蓝色。
蓝色的。
要慢慢的漂洗。
如果那个搞到手，是不是很难洗？
对，难洗掉。那个要煮的时候才洗掉。
这个应该也可以用它那个画指甲。
染一染，
手都染上了。
Now we're going to see how this is washed out. So this is the final product we have now. I was a little bit skeptical when I saw it turning a green color in there, but after it's been washed, it is a very, very vibrant blue. And then from here, it will be hung out and dried up, and it will turn into this more of a baby blue color here. But you can see where they put the little connections with the elastic bands. This is the pattern that it made. And then throughout here, you have this kind of like a tie-dye effect. It's really beautiful.
而且和大桥的颜色也交相辉映的。
是。All right, we're about to meet our third friend here in Guizhou, who Dandan's going to introduce us to. I've actually already met him because he's the owner of this property, but now I'm going to get a little bit more of a formal introduction. I'm going to take a look at how he prepares one of his local dishes here, and hopefully get to chat with him a little bit about what this bridge means to him and how it will affect him here, and perhaps a little bit about his business also. So first things first, let's get Dandan to do an introduction for us. Hello again.
我要给你介绍的第3位朋友，
好的，
他有一个外号叫做梦想改造家啊。他之前是在云南做旅游，但是听说了家乡要建造这样的一座大桥之后，义无反顾的第一时间就赶回到了这里，并且开了这样的一家民宿。那么这个民宿呢，原来呢也是他的祖祖辈辈世世代代生活的地方。之前有9间房，但是现在被他改造到了26间房，哇，生意非常好，天天爆满。然后他呢，也是我们这个大桥下面的百姓们自己的生活被大桥改变的一个最好的例子之一，所以我们叫他做梦想改造家。我们有请他好不好？
好的，
来，林大哥。
哎，好 ，Hello，
你好，
你好，
哇，已经开始了。
是的，我今天就是知道你要来，然后我做了我们彩色的糯米饭。我们这边一般过节就是吃的这个糯米饭。
因为糯米饭很黏糯米，就代表着我们紧紧相依，团结在一起。
哎，是的。然后我们这个就是纯植物的那个染料，染出来非常的清香。这是我们黄颜色的，这是我们紫色的。你看它是绿色的，但是一会儿煮出来它就是紫色的。然后我们本来是季节是过了，如果是3到4月份有7种颜色，这个季节就只能找到2种。
这个不会是跟那个做衣服一样的那个？
不一样，
不一样的，
不一样。那种是不能吃的，我们这种是可以吃的。
这个是可以
可以吃的。
OK。
所以说这种纯植物的这种上色的会非常健康，很清香，就做出来的。
这个也会让你就是做出来2个颜色，对吧？
是的，一个黄色，一个紫色。
味道会不会不一样的？
味道就看你喜欢吃咸的、吃甜的都可以。
我的意思是，如果用这个或者用那个，它也是有味道，还是这个只是为了给它一个颜色？
第一个有颜色，第二个是有清香的那种味道，不同的清香的味道。
明白。好，那我们看一下你怎么做的。
哎，好嘞，好，我们现在就开始做这个我们黄颜色的这种就是纯天然的这种染料啊，就是给糯米饭上色的，我们使用染料。
那别人开民宿都是需要这种，包括其实像大家也知道，在重庆它是需要一个时间的，慢慢的被大家所知道，所以它不太可能第1年就那么火爆。 你觉得你为啥那么火爆呢？
2个方面吧。首先还是大桥，如果没有这个世界第一高桥，我做这个民宿的肯定很多人都不知道。第2个原因就是我自己做了账号，这样做出来的我们粉丝量很大，就是说，比如我100万粉丝，我有5万或者1万人过来预定，那我这个生意都会很好。我刚刚开始来的时候，我父母包括我亲舅舅都说，哎，你那里不行了，你不要去做了，等一下你亏了。我毫不犹豫的我就来了。
他们也知道那个时候，他已经知道会有这个桥，他就是不相信会有
不相
很多人
信会做得起来，他不相信我会做起来。现实是我才做了半年多一点，我这里客人就开始爆满了。
那你为什么这么相信呢？
因为我的直觉跟我以前的那个经历，我做厨师的嘛，我跑旅游也跑了10多年，所以说我知道世界第一高桥修到家门口了，这个流量想都不用想。借用我哥的一句话说，就是哎，在这个院子挤到你了，一会儿到另外一个院子，不好意思又挤到你了，可能就刚开始我的想象就是这样的，但是确实也实现了。我感觉国庆节那就不是挤到你的问题了，那可能就是那个又挤到你了，那时候就
你是什么时候决定是要开这个？还有你什么时候收到这个信息，就是会开这个桥？是什么时候？
我是19年，就是说听说这个桥要从这里过，但是它是22年的1月18号才开始动工。
哦，
哎，我就知道世界第一高桥在这里，我就一直关注这个村子里面的那个变化，哎，有没有基础条件有没有开起来啊？这些房子啊，哪些能用的，我都开始准备资源了。然后等到24年的5月份，我就过来把那个。就现在这个村子里面看桥的，看峡谷风光的，看我们整个村子的，看整个北盘江的那个好的4角房子，我都拿了一点放着，然后就慢慢改造。
那19年的时候，你收到这个信息会做这个大桥，那个时候你有没有不太相信？就是说不知道他真的会不会做的，还是那个时候你觉得这个他们100%会做的？
我知道世界第一高桥在这里的时候。我心里面一点都没有犹豫，而且我之前的工作特别好的，我就直接裸辞就到这里来创业了。
问这个问题，因为如果是在比如说我国家加拿大那边，如果他说有这个计划，我们都不会相信，我们会说到时候我们看会不会做。有时候我们要当20年后才开始，所以这是为什么我问这边，如果你收到这个信息19年的时候，你是不是已经觉得哇，这个是一个很有可能的，应该很快会有的那个？
那时候我就100%的肯定这里会起来，我就开始注意这边的资源。我没想到的是，它会修在我们村门口。这是我意料之外的。
你具体的位置你还不知道？
之前我就是19年说要修世界第一高桥，在我们那个村口，哎，我确实没想到会修在我这么好的位置，
刚好可以看到它。
刚好你看这么正的位置，我的泳池泡在泳池里面吃的东西就可以看到这个世界第一高桥。是的。我有一个哥说的是，他是对面就是河对面的，就是一个江给他隔住了。他说，哎，这个世界第一高桥修了，我会更愿意回家。哎，那一句就藏着很多的温暖。哎，是的，想回家，回家更近。以前从这里绕要绕1个小时50分钟，但这个一通车之后，只需要25分钟就到这里了。哎，就像我哥说，哎，兄弟，把饭煮上，我马上来了啊。哎，饭都没熟，他就已经到院子里面了。哎，就是这样，我感觉这个就这么快。哎，以前铁索桥我们这里走出去要走3个半小时。只是走出去，走回来还要3个半小时，那真的是非常辛苦。有什么东西挑着的赶集，那个我小时候走，反正就是走着不想走了，已经走害怕了，要走来回走6个小时。那时候小时候是确实很难走。好的，那我们就把这个滤起来，把这个米泡起来，我们就开始做下一个颜色的。哎，我们
这个要泡多久啊？
这个我米泡过了之后，泡个10分钟就够了。就可以直接上蒸上去蒸完就可以吃。哎，然后我们现在就开始做紫色的。这就是我们做糯米饭紫色的那个，你看我们现在是绿色的，很神奇。我们有纯天然的植物染料，这种可以食用的，就是说我们煮一下，它马上就变成紫色，我们就可以做成紫色的糯米饭。这个季节它已经不是很好了，如果是3月份到4月份的话，我们还有7种颜色。我选择回到家乡还有一个原因就是，起码我的小孩、我的父母不用做留守儿童跟留守老人。哎，这是一个很重要的原因。另外一个原因就是回到家乡那种幸福感是在外面漂泊是，满足不了的。紫色
是的，
很明显了，已经很神奇吧？你看这居然还是绿色的。好，
我
先倒上去，你看倒上去给它泡起来。 哎，给它泡一会儿，它就成紫色的了。
那我觉得你的那3条那个高速公路的那个线，你一定要请我们丹鸟老师过来。
一定的，一定的，到时候一定要邀请他到我们一起去跑。就跑我们自己走的这条路。
All right, so here is the lomi that is finished now. You have the yellow and the purple. Apparently the purple will sometimes be a deeper color than this, but time was a little bit limited. You can see it's already dark, but hopefully you get the picture. Now, what I'm curious about is tasting it and seeing if there's a difference between the two different colors. So I'll start with this one. Let's try this here. I'll put, oops, oh, 浪费了一点。And then the purple. Okay, and then let's see if there's a difference. So I'll start with the yellow. It's tasty. The flavor, I'm not sure how to describe it, but there is definitely a distinct flavor. It's different, obviously, than just white rice. And purple. There is a difference in flavor. Both are tasty, but very slight difference in flavor. This one has a little bit of that. There's a kind of vegetable that has a purple color inside too. I can't remember the name right now, but it's got a little bit of that flavor. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's related to the type of plant that they use for this, but both very tasty. And yes, the color and the ingredients that went into the color changes the flavor a little bit, but it's good. You guys try too.
OK，
大家辛苦啦！
好，干杯。
We are on our final day at the Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge. We're on a boat on the river that runs under the Grand Canyon Bridge, and we are on our way to see one of the older bridges. Originally, I thought it was the 125-year-old one that was built by the Qing Dynasty, but apparently that bridge was beside the one we were on yesterday, which is just down there. This one was built in the 1980s. It's still interesting because the owner of the motel that we're staying in, after he was born, his parents brought him back across that bridge to go home. So that just goes to show the importance that this bridge has for the local people. Sometimes you get different information from different people in terms of which bridge was built when and which bridges were the oldest ones. And I would imagine that you're going to get a lot more tourists here, so they should probably get some subject matter experts here that are going to really know the authentic story. That's bound to happen anyways as more and more tourists come. Still going to be interesting to see this bridge, especially because we get to travel right under the Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge. There it is. We now get to see 625 meters from the opposite end, from the bottom looking up. So that's going to be quite special too. And it's always nice to be on the water as well. I'm guessing that's the boat we're going to actually transfer to in a moment, because apparently we can't get right up to the bridge that we're going to go see, as the water is pretty shallow there. We're just approaching the bridge now and really starting to get a feel for the height of this. The other thing that stands out to me and that's really interesting is that little solid piece in the middle there is where we visited underneath the bridge, where the coffee shop will be and that rest area. And from here, it just looks tiny when you compare it to the entire bridge, but yet when we were inside that space, it looked huge. But from this distance, you really get a feel for how big the bridge is when you take that into consideration. When you take into consideration that large space we were walking through just represents that tiny little piece right there in the middle of the bridge. It's an amazing perspective to see this from the bottom. You can't see the towers anymore to the side. You just see this flat platform that just comes right across the sky, cuts across the sky, which makes it look even more magical. It just kind of looks like it's magically hanging there in the sky. Amazing. Well, here we are passing under the bridge.
just about. And now you can really get a feel for the height in the other direction, now looking from below rather than from above. When we were on the top there, it looked like the river was tiny. And now the bridge looks tiny from down here. It doesn't look as wide as it actually is when you're on the deck of that bridge. But it's still amazing. It just looks like it's this platform just cutting through the sky. It's even more impressive when you can't see the towers and you can't see the support wires. And you just see this platform, like I said, cutting through the sky. It looks remarkable. Well, here we are at this bridge that was built sometime in the 80s. I'm still getting a little bit of different information on it, so I'm probably gonna have to look up the history of it later on, but it definitely looks way more rudimentary than the bridge that we were on. I would imagine it's quite a bit more shaky, and there's far more gaps that you could actually fall through. So whoever's crossing this still at this point needs to be quite skilled to cross this, and brave. I would say you'd also need to be brave. Those are some pretty big gaps, and some spots look like they're missing some planks, so you might even need to take a little bit of a jump to get across or balance on the ropes that are running through the middle. So here we are under the older bridge. Some say it was built in the 80s, some say much longer before. That's why I was saying we probably need somebody who's a subject matter expert here to help all of the eventual tourists that are going to be coming here to see the bridge. But what an amazing contrast, the perfect example of progress in China, to see a rickety bridge like this, and then just in the distance over there, see an epic, brand new Grand Canyon Bridge, highest bridge in the world, longest bridge over a mountainous area. The contrast is just amazing, and it is the perfect example of the kind of progress that's been going on in China. Absolutely amazing. We're coming to the end of our trip here. I hope you guys enjoyed exploring the Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge as much as I did. I'm going to start wrapping up here. The water's looking pretty inviting. I'm contemplating going for a little bit of a swim afterwards. We're going to go back, probably see some more of the local culture, head on my motorbike back to Guiyang City, and take the high-speed train back to Chongqing, ship my bike back. But it's been an amazing trip. I'm so glad I managed to make it out here. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Oh, how do you feel?
It's cold. It's cold.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's cold. But refreshing. Oh, it's good. It's really cold when you first get in there, but especially on such a hot day like this, it's refreshing. It's so refreshing.